Well, FFLs, the word is still buzzing around that somebody has a 30 to 40% chance of landing in Dallas. Yes, sir. What is going on, everybody? Lenny Enzone in the building, dropping buckets for my Dallas Mavericks in this one. And, I'm also getting some touchdowns, taking the lead for the Eagles one video at a time. But as y'all know, we got the Mavs content today, first and foremost. We got to talk about something going on. But before we get into that, I want to let y'all know that if you are new and like the diversity of fandom that I bring to the table, I would love to have you a part of the End Zone fam. And all you got to do to achieve that is hit the subscribe button at that 200 mark. And we're pretty stagnant. It is what it is. Out here doing my thing. But a subscribe, a like, they make a massive difference. Especially likes with the algorithm gets the content out to further MFFLs and those Bleeding Green Eagles fans alike, and smash the notification bell so y'all know when I drop my next piece. All right, Mavs fans, it's still going on here. And I remember dropping a video about this in the last month or so. I would think. I didn't check my channel. Actually, while I got my channel up, let me do that right now, so I'm accurate with this, because this was a topic of discussion that I brought up. So 3 weeks ago. make sure I am correct with myself. I dropped a video 3 weeks ago on my channel, and I will have it at the end of the video for reference about. And this was around a peak time of the unknown of whether Kristaps Porzingis would still be a Dallas Maverick. And, I brought up the idea of, would this be a backup plan if we moved on from KP? And that backup plan was Lauri Markkanen. So, well, he's still in the rumblings right now. As it's been reported and rumored recently, like I said, there is a 30 to 40% chance, according to some out there in the NBA world, that Lauri Markkanen lands in Dallas as a Maverick. I think he posted to his Instagram story not too long ago today about Dirk Nowitzki sending him an autographed jersey in a special plaque that Lauri was able to hang up in his house on his wall. And he was very grateful about it. And Boban was somebody that liked it. I got to find it, actually, maybe get back on Instagram, but that's besides the point. So it has also been thrown out there that, Lauri personally would like to play for the Dallas Mavericks. It's been said that he doesn't really want to be on the Chicago Bulls anymore. He was one of those guys that, that he tried to outplay his hand a little bit. He bet on himself, kind of like how Dennis Schroeder did, and it didn't work out for the best of them. So now we're in a situation where it is rumored that the Chicago Bulls are also interested in Maxi Kleber, and it would be in a sort of a sign and trade scenario. It was reported not too long ago. There was an offer on the table a while ago for Lauri Markkanen around the range of, I think it was like 17, 8, like he was looking for 17, 18 million dollars a year, something like that. And the best the Bulls could do was around 14 to 15. Lauri, overplayed his hand, thought he could get more, and here we are. Through those rumors and reports and such, I kind of stand firm where I am right now in regards to this idea of trying to bring Lauri Markkanen in. The sign and trade There's reported packages out there, of, based on the assets the Mavs have, that they could give to Chicago in this transaction. Somebody has said, I think, Josh Green and Tyrell Terry with a first rounder and 3 second-round picks. I think that's a lot to give up for Markkanen, being, he's kind of on a downward trend. Does part of that have to deal with him not being in Chicago anymore? Is it just him falling back a bit in his game? I don't know, but going back to the video that I dropped, and pondering him as a backup plan for Porzingis, I wasn't really on board with it. He's basically a downgrade from KP, even though we've been dealing with these knee issues with Porzingis. KP is still the better player to me. So if we're going to do this kind of transaction, it's going to come down to how we see Markkanen on this roster. Because to me, if Porzingis is still here, he's not the second option. He would be, would he be the third? Would he be the fourth? It would have to be that. And I don't know, based on how much Markkanen's looking for, that a third or fourth option of the such would be worth paying him that amount of money, even though we just gave Tim Hardaway Jr. 4 years around $74 million. And, it's speculated that a deal for Markkanen would be like 3 to 4 years, like, 15 million. So you're looking anywhere from 45 to $60 million for a guy that, if KP is still here, he's that kind of like third, fourth option. I just don't see it. But those are the current rumors right now. We'll see where it's headed. No news on Goran Dragic either right now. And Mavs fandom seems to be in like a 50-50 here. And some want Lowry, some want Dragic, and then there's some that want both. I don't know if the Mavs are capable of getting both based on their cap situation. We're going to be strapped on cash for the next couple of years. So, but we'll see when the time comes down the road. We've been quiet with the acquisition of Moses Brown. He hasn't seen action in the summer league. Stuff with Dwight Powell has been quiet. Stuff like that. I think it was the Mavs Step Back podcast or something like that that did a article or what have you, like reading through the tea leaves of these sort of things. And shout out to them if I got the name of the podcast correct. Shout out to them for that one. And, that through reading the tea leaves, that's what I meant in regards to Moses Brown and Dwight Powell. So, I mean, could they be involved in future packages? I mean, Dwight Powell is another guy who's, kind of limited in what he brings to the table, in terms of like between him and Maxi Kleber. So we'll see if he ends up being another asset as well. It's no secret that the Mavs do need to change up their roster a little bit more, with at least a couple of players that Luka is familiar with. We do remember at his press conference when he got the extension, he talked about two key things that are important to him when building a basketball team is chemistry and trust. And the Mavs do have to be a little bit careful here in terms of dropping players that Luka does have this chemistry with. But at the end of the day, it is a business, and you do have to keep in mind that you're making these moves at the end of the day to better your basketball team. And sometimes change does need to happen, but of course the players have to fit. So we'll see when the time comes, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments on these recent rumors pertaining to Larry Markkinen and the potential sign and trade with the Bulls being interested in Maxi Kleber. What are your thoughts? Would you do this sign and trade? Does it make the Mavericks better? And if it doesn't, who would you go after in his place? But with that said, I'm going to get out of here. This has been Lindy. Fly Eagles fly, bleed green. MFFLs, go Mavs. Take care of yourselves, everyone.